The Florida Holiness Campgrounds was founded in 1925. A group of Florida Holiness people met for prayer during a 1925 camp meeting in Georgia. Reverend McAfee led the prayer meeting, and Brother Trimble challenged them to consider starting a camp meeting in Florida in the winter instead of the summer. The proposal was met with enthusiasm. In October of 1925, the committee met in Orlando to establish the association. They chose the name Florida Holiness Campground Incorporated. In December, they rented, with an option to purchase, a 25-acre property in Long Lake, just north of Orlando. The first camp meetings were held in February 1926. The second camp meeting was held the following year in February of 1927 at the same site. The purchase of Long Lake property never took place because of the Great Depression. Other sites were discussed and investigated. A huge tent they had purchased and used for the meetings had met its demise by the wind. The next 2 years, the camp meetings were held in the Orlando City Auditorium on the fairgrounds. In 1929, a possible new place for the camp meetings was found, Orange Campground, DeLand, Florida. To raise the necessary funds for the down payment, lots of 30 by 55 feet were made available for lease at $10 per year. Existing cottages were sold for $200 to $500 each. However, due mainly to the Depression, not enough funds were raised for the down payment. But true to God's way of doing things, another possible site became available in Lakeland, Florida. An evangelist by the name of Raymond T. Richard from Houston, Texas, had built a tabernacle in Lakeland, Florida, at which he held annual evangelistic crusades. The property contained a large meeting tabernacle, a dining hall, and dormitory. It was made known that Mr. Ritchie had a debt of $900 on the property, which he was not able to pay. He placed the property up for sale. The location was right, and the price was right. A revision clause in the contract stated that if the Florida Holiness Campground ceased to hold meetings for 3 consecutive years, the property reverted back to its original owner, Reverend Ritchie. This gave the Florida Holiness Campground reason to make sure the camp meeting was always held. The new campground was located 3 miles south of downtown Lakeland on a dirt road. It was surrounded by citrus groves and strawberry patches. Not a restaurant, gas station, or store in sight. It was a tranquil setting for God's people to gather for worship. Over the years, more property was purchased, buildings erected for housing, lots for travel trailers and mobile homes were added. In 1974, a brand new tabernacle was built. The new tabernacle was much larger and could accommodate offices. By the year 2003, the area surrounding the campground was certainly being modernized, with a paved highway, restaurants, subdivisions, and businesses. From this kitchen in the dining hall, we've served, during camp meeting week, we've served over 2,100 meals.
Hey.
Why are you taking pictures again? Oh, a video this time?
There are Canadian snowbirds from Alberta to Newfoundland wintering here, and a lot of them help out by whatever means they can, from working in the dining hall, acting as building and dorm hosts, organizing special events, or doing maintenance and small repair jobs around the camp. These are some of the Canadians that we have the pleasure of knowing here. There are 32 30-amp RV sites and 120 mobile home sites on the grounds. The Rock building has 31 dorm units. The Loose building has 15 dorm units. And the McAfee building has 22 dorm units with 19 apartments in it. The McAfee building also hosts the post office and the lounge, which we use for a lot of our activities and special events.
Right,
drinks.
right.
Just use it as the
Yeah,
palm tree.
because if you got punch, right?
Yeah. Well, this obviously is a
Well,
punch
they're
bowl.
gonna decorate that.
Tiki hut.
No, but this is all
Got it.
for everybody else.
Soda.
Yeah.
The President's Building has 40 apartments in it. The Anderson Building, where we lived for 5 months, has 26 units. And the front porch here, the screened-in front porch, we spent a lot of time on the beautiful evenings.
Nice weather we're having.
We're going to take a quick peek in our room before Sharon gets back. Our room is 190 square feet with a 3x7 bathroom on the side. If you're 55 or older and want to come to Florida for a week, a month, a couple months, or even 5 months, here's the contact information.